So I saw a comment.
That was just wrong.
So I saw a comment this morning on Facebook talking about Cosmos as, man, that show was so dope, blah. And I'm thinking, does that make Neil deGrasse Tyson a star now in the Dope Show?
Just stop.
So I was trying to get out of the way of that puddle. And every time I try to get out of the way of that puddle, I do sort of a ship docking. I sort of slowly move over and I try to create a very, technically it would be a very obtuse angle when I'm doing it rather than acute. But every time I get close, I realize that Aaron's not moving. I'm like, collision alert, collision alert. And then finally he like dives out at the last moment. I'm like, well, we didn't have a collision, but it sure got my panties in a bunch. What?
You're
probably thinking, you don't have any faith in me. And I'm thinking, you don't have any faith in me for being able to maintain my limits. So you don't have any faith in me being able to maintain my limits and not way overdo myself. And I don't have any faith in your peripheral vision.
Which is that?
The funny thing is I actually have scientific and medical proof that your peripheral vision sucks. But anyways, I'm gonna get up at the platform. Guy's chatting back there, and I want to hear his conversation because I'm a creepy eavesdropper. I love how there's the law of you cannot video record someone without their permission. But there's traffic and security cameras all over the place. So it's like, exactly how enforced is that rule? For security purposes. Well, technically, if you can't photograph someone without their we can't video record someone without their permission. I didn't realize you were way over there. I thought you were at your typical spot. What does that count for, like, people that are like videotaping like the waterfront from like a bridge? The rule seems really strange, and I think it's only for production purposes.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's probably you can't videotape someone.
The thing is the news never talked about the rule, and they're the only ones that I've ever heard bring it up. Well, when I was doing a vlog one time, the Fleet Week was in, and they wanted people on the waterfront to say welcome to the fleet, and they needed my permission to videotape me doing that. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
But that's using you as promotional material, which is different.
Yeah, which makes me think that the news would have, but because what they were talking about is the police.
Yeah.
I'm like, if the police can't be videotaped without your permission, or if you can't be videotaped by the police without the permission, why doesn't a body cam fall under the idea of a security camera? Probably
because it can be turned on and off at will.
Oh. Well, if you've seen the news recently, half the ones here at TriMet stations don't even work. There's like not even cameras in them.
It's pretty common.
No. So technically, they can be turned on and off at will. Sorry, we're in a like the couple's time where we start mincing each other's words to all hell and back. I've been doing it to you most this week.
I do it all the time though. So.
Yeah, well, you do it all the time. I don't do it as much to you because I get enough of it out on Trade Chat. Because them fuckers deserve it. And Aaron's like, but I'm not that mean. I just can't engage in such level of stupidity. I'm like, that's because of where you work. Trust me. You'd almost crave dealing with that level of stupidity if you worked someplace with a bunch of highbrow people. You're like, I just need a dumb person every once in a while to humor me. Trust me.
I would look forward to that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say that. That will not be my goal for my next job.
Well, yes, but...
Why are we humming at each other?
Hi. Waiting for 47%. Can't tell if the video's really long or I think it's just the fact that YouTube's a little slow today. Anyways, our router's pretty good, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna start now because I'm not waiting 45 minutes because that'll be too late. I never, whoa, phone. Hey! Never thought I'd ever, miss or require a wireless controller. Yes, me. I'm gonna watch Rudy. Kind of was weird because Jason is having issues with his fleet members. And just a couple perennially troublesome members going at it again in chat. They were supposed to have blocked each other. It sounds like one of the, what I call the Pacific Northwest parents. So I said, yeah, verbal enforcement like that doesn't do much. I've been burned too much on the internet. Sitting back and saying over and over, you two play nice now. You two play nice now. Please ignore each other or play nice. You might as well be sitting in a soundproof room. You aren't siding with either of them, so neither is listening to you, and it's just a butting heads competition. One of them needs to win. The only solution is forced, because they've lost logic. And he's like, yeah, I recommended banning them from the channel for 2 weeks each, and if they're caught arguing again in chat, it's grounds for immediate permamute. I just say get them out of the fleet. But like I said, I'm gonna watch Rudy. It's been years since I've seen it. I know I've seen it. I think I went to the theater and saw it, but I know it kind of, is that my list? Where's Rudy? There it is. Because it seems a lot like what I do. And after recording today's video, I'm a little bit in that mode to inspire myself. Back when movies were 2 hours and not, an hour and a half or 3.5. Thank you, Lord of Rings. But anyways, movie starting. I've already eaten a pasta side. So a 2-hour movie puts me at 5:15. I'm already into the news. There's still the 6 o'clock news. And it'll be done by the time Aaron supposedly may or may gets off work, and I might need to pick. Anyways. I don't know. I've got gym tonight. I may do those. I don't know what I called them. They're the rolling things. Didn't seem to hurt my leg. Wrecked my abs though. Maybe I can do more than 8. See if I can do 10 tonight. Hope you guys checked out today's video. It's last Friday's. There's a link right here. It's a motivation video. Jamie suggested I do it, but I was like, I kind of burned out. I explained it all to him. Anyways, I'm just bullshitting now. Get the winter. What are you doing to my lips? Maybe I should quit chewing on them. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if I won't kill the camera doing this. Oh, hi. What? You're a jerk. Explain!
Because looking at you grinning like that at me, I couldn't give a straight face. And the fact that the camera was moving and looking where I was looking, even though it wasn't from my point of view, was like...
I made him not be able to brush his teeth. I have to roll my leg out and whatnot. Then we're going to bed, and I gotta go pick up Tyrell, and then I may be doing some video editing tomorrow. Who knows? It's always creepy when you see the vlogger's camera in the mirror, isn't it? Wow. Good morning, everyone. It is 7:38 in the morning. I will be leaving here in about 20 minutes to go pick up Tyrell. I spent a little too long in the bathroom. I was warming up in the shower. Nothing glued there. I just stood in the shower just a little extra too long. Coffee's been made. The waffles are down. And I need my yogurt. Today's the day. Today's the day I talked to Coach Anchetta. Today's the day. Today is the last practice before Christmas, which I don't know if we'll be having one, but then we'll have that one. And then it's January. I need a calendar. Oh God. I'm not taking the camera because our chance of rain today is, and I'm not sure if Tyrell is okay with the videotaping thing. I mean, obviously he's okay with being on film, but I have to edit his game film. Live in the moment now. Can't think too terribly far in the future. I start coming up with possibilities, and I start getting paranoid. I will see you guys in 6 hours.
Hey folks, it's Saturday. TJ's off at practice. He's gonna be back
probably 2 hours from now. So I'm going to be playing some WoW, maybe see some of you online. By the way, my battle tag is Gizmo number 1630, if you want to friend me on Battle.net. I play WoW, I play Hearthstone. When it comes out, I will probably play Heroes of the Storm and Overwatch, because I'm actually really looking forward to both of them. And I play some Diablo, but not nearly as much as I could. Yeah, but aside from that, I guess I'll chat with you guys later. Not a whole lot's going on. It is incredibly rainy right now and stormy. So who knows? Maybe I won't play for long. Maybe something will happen. Kind of hope not, but who knows?
It was so wet today.
But not that cold? Or was it just cold and wet?
It was not as bad as Aberdeen.
I don't think that's a fair assessment because Aberdeen was awful.
No, this was, yeah, like with Aberdeen, it was like out there for half an hour and you're already like, this one was like after about 10:30 is when I started feeling a little bit of the chill.
You got there at?
9:02.
Okay.
Yeah.
That 2 minutes was what you called late because of traffic?
I wasn't on time. I wasn't at 9 o'clock. Oh, everything's over here. So yeah, whenever Mark gets back home or whatnot, he's going to be sending me the defensive playbook. Considering what I saw from the receivers today, I ain't keeping up with that. There's no way. There's no way I'm keeping up with the receivers that were out there today. They've been at this way longer.
Gotcha.
It would be like Kanoru getting into the guild's 10-man. That's like not our guilds, but like Celestial Blades 10-man. Like Raleigh may get into it, but Kanoru's definitely not getting into it unless we're doing Kara.
Right.
A naked Kara run.
It's a naked Kara run. Why is Kanoru closed? Needed.
Actually, I wonder, can we do a naked Nax run now? ICC 10, normal.
I wouldn't want to.
Sword and board.
If I'm not paying enough attention, I can still die in there. I have to be paying very little attention.
Unlike me in in Raid Finder and Highmall, I'm just like, Hunter, you paying attention to your screen? I'm in Raid Finder.
How to do Raid Finder? Can I do Raid Finder?
I don't know. I think you require 625.
Oh.
I think you need to not be in regulars. You need to have done a couple heroics to get the item level up there or crafted stuff. Okay. Anyways, we're going to go eat. Because it's been...
Oh, wow.
8 hours since I've eaten.
Jesus.
Well, I ate at 7:30 and it's now 2:30. That's 7 hours and we're pushing it a little bit more. So I haven't eaten in 7 hours. We're Christmas shopping in Powell's. We already went by Ross and got some coffee. Oh, but yeah, he hasn't realized I'm filming right now. Should we just go look at the comic books or?
Yeah, probably.
Behind you.
Yes. Excuse me.
Huh? Do you have calendars somewhere?
Yeah, just halfway down the right.
Oh, calendars. Okay. Remember, we need a calendar. It's Sunday. Sorry, not sorry. We're eating. We're gonna go to the store. Yeah, it's afternoon.
It's like 3 in the afternoon.
I showed him the clock.
Oh, okay.
You were too busy on your phone. You didn't see what I was doing. I'll probably have a little bit more chit chat later tonight. No, once upon a time. I mean, there's some one things going. There's Simpsons and Family Guy. But because Simpsons in and of itself can pull audiences away with a new episode from pretty much anything. Yeah. Including a Sound of Music sing-along, which is airing on Channel 2.
Oh, good. Let's not watch ABC.
You don't want to go to work tomorrow singing?
So a deer, a female deer?
We're waiting in McDonald's drive-thru. Apparently the lady before us really screwed up their whole system, trying to order gift cards to the drive-thru. All we want is 2 burgers so we can eat now because we're both hungry. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to video record at drive-thrus. That's why I worry about that driver that does the, like, he drives but inside the seat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they used to not have those. They used to not have the signs all over the place. In fact, McDonald's doesn't. It just says video surveillance in progress.
Yeah.
But they used to not. But Burger King has them all over the place now. And I've seen them at some Taco Bells. No video recording or photos of any kind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did they just hand our food up to the... They just handed our food up to the dining room.
I'm trying to figure out who it's for.
Yeah, this is... So, yeah, we did not record at Fred Meyer because it was a madhouse. And then we recorded in the drive-thru at McDonald's, obviously, and then I was going to as I try to at Papa Murphy's, but some of the people that walked in looked like, I don't know, they didn't look like if I started recording they would start like panicking. I don't know. Do you think he needs new glasses? I don't know. I don't think you need new glasses. The frames look fine. Unless your prescription is out of whack, save your money. I mean, I don't wear glasses, so I technically don't have any say in any bullshit about people wearing glasses. Well, I just don't like the frames. Well, should have thought of that one when you got the glasses. I can't think 2 years in the future. Learn. Don't have such varying tastes. Huh. Yeah. See, I can get a jacket off one-handed. Can't kick it up into the air one-footed. One-footed. One-feeted. That would have been great. So, I think... What do you have planned other than eating pizza?
Probably the last episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah. Got the pepperoni and the feta. Pepperoni and the steak and the feta and the garlic and the... Whatever.
And all of those.
Yeah. And but I mean, it's like, that takes 45, 50 hour, I don't know, we'll call it an hour in British. They like to do their episodes weird, it seems.
Nearly exactly 1 hour.
Nearly exactly 1 hour. So we'll call it an hour and British. I should put my character someplace safe. We leveled, didn't we?
We did.
Well, we'll worry about that one this coming week. Anyways, Aaron's on mandatory overtime. Matt!
Yep.
All before his shift. So, yeah. Because of like how things be going, I think Thursday's video is just going to be a recap of Christmas stuff. Because the schedule for that is we're going to be going to my mom's place after he gets off work and I'm picking him up Wednesday. And I'm like, a Thursday video would be kind of wonky weird. So, whatever. Which reminds me, I should pre-record something for Star Trek. I don't know what though. Well, we'll see about what's going on here. It's only 4, I can't tell time. What do you say? 4:54. We'll see what's going on in a couple hours and maybe laugh at jokes we heard on Simpsons or Family Guy. What that?
Turkey. From your mom.
Month-old turkey! We're foggy this morning.
No, but it's slightly foggy this morning.
Compared to pretty much... I edit these videos every day. For considering the thing, this is very foggy. For considering what the audience is seeing. I understand that there have been some days that I haven't recorded in the morning. Like, well, no, yes. I was like, was Saturday really? But no. But we're also hitting that weird time where it's warm but not, so we're starting to get a lot of fog. Because, see, this is like good December weather. This is what December is supposed to be.
Yeah.
We've said this before, we're always a month off of the seasons. And everyone's just like, it's like, how hot? Or what's the temperature? What? Upper 30s right now? Maybe lower 40s?
I'm asking Google because, yeah, it says it's 49.
Oh, right, alright. Okay.
Because I was thinking it was closer to 50s.
All right. I already forgot what the weather lady said this morning, what the current temperatures were. But even if it was in the mid 40s, I could still see it feeling this warm because it's foggy, heavy weather,
Yeah.
heavy air. So we did not record like I was going to say last night, but we wound up watching an episode of The Simpsons, and I get a lot because I see a lot on Tumblr of The Simpsons, and but this was a new episode. It was a Christmas episode, but Aaron was just like he couldn't even.
Yeah.
Every time he stopped laughing from something, and it was just like, and The Simpsons is perfect for Aaron, at least nowadays, because they know where they get their humor, and it perfectly tickles Aaron because they'll do like really dumb puns.
Yeah. And they'll do nice little shout outs, like scene where I think Homer was walking along and there was a store that had Lego Simpsons figurines, 90% off.
Yeah. It's sort of like the you know, Matt Groening and all the people know exactly what
know the
power
audience.
they know what power the Simpsons have.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is I was watching an interview with Matt Groening, and because we're hitting 30 years, something like that,
Yeah.
or 30, 25, whatever. They were hitting a nice little milestone, and they were like, "So how do you wind up staying on point?" And like, well, it takes nine months to make an episode.
Jesus.
So you think, how strange is that when like something happens in the world and then like 2 weeks later a Simpsons episode comes out and is very pertinent to it, but the episode wasn't made but like eight months ago.
Jeez.
Yeah, so we're starting to hit a conglomeration of people coming from the parking lot and stuff. See you at the platform.
It's a blue train.
Ish.
Heel.
Okay. So we were just talking about Fire Shard and Dragon Realms, and that when they were like, "Oh, they just baked it in," and I'm like, "Yeah, I understand." There was multiple of those spells that they baked into their basic spell. They actually had a forget the descriptor they used, but it was basically Frost Scythe, and then the descriptor was used in the spell as massive or enormous or advanced, and then they just baked it in to the point where your primary magic and amount of mana put into the skill would change the size of the blade. It would still do the damage, but the blade left behind would be all the way from, it'd be a light blade, a medium blade, a two-handed or a heavy blade, light edged, medium edged, heavy edged, quarter staff, which is how they worked scythes, and then, or was it halberd? It was halberd, not, and then two-handed edged. Is it two-handed edged or then halberd? I forget
Probably
which order.
Two-handed then halberd.
But even though I could create up to a two-handed edge, I didn't have any skill in two-handed edge. I was a freaking elf to an extent. Elves were much more agility based than they were int based. Elves are more Legolas. So I was the smart race. But so I couldn't pick it up that well, even though I just had to. So every time I wanted to actually use the Frost Scythe, I had to use it at a mediocre power so I could create a medium edged. It was really dumb because I couldn't use it in summer very well. Unless I wanted to pump a lot of mana into it, and then I had to get a heavy edge just to have it last long enough for me to pick up and strike something with. But during winter, it was like, I have an infinite weapon. I don't have to damage my scimitar.
Oh, my Frost Scythe is damaged.
Oh, God, I killed it. Next! Slice. What was the order? It was slice, draw, chop, sweep? Whatever. There was a
slice, draw, chop, sweep.
draw here. So it was It was slice, draw, and you'd step back into a defensive posture. Then you'd chop, and then sweep at the bottom. It was a back and forth motion. And that was the idea that you'd use to work at it. And then other things. Like daggers are light edged, had their own thing. Heavy edge didn't use chop very much unless you had high strength. Lol, paladins. I was like, was paladins they couldn't use chop at all because it was unsanctimonious or something like that? I just know that it was just like, oh look, I'm out at Fenray Reavers. Yay! I'm gonna get some boxes, because that was, after a while, that was where my box disarming skill was, so I was hiding out and, yep. That, boys and girls, is why you don't tell long stories at a max platform, especially when the train is coming in. So anyways, what was I doing? I don't know why I ran home. Probably shouldn't have ran home with this. Anyways, let's continue that story. Let's rewind a little bit. So, Fenray Reavers, they're half undead. Kind of zombies, I guess. The word Feyray or whatever is a little bit misleading because it has the word F-A-E in it, which makes you think kind of ethereal, but they're like lightning undead. They used a lot of, when they would die, they'd like let out a small lightning bolt. But anyways, so they were half undead, and paladins absolutely loved fighting the undead because it gave them better favor at their soul, but most of them were the top end anyways. And anyways, so they get a weapon blessed by a cleric, because paladins don't bless weapons, clerics do. That's in-game stuff. But the paladin just like walked in the room, and I was like, good morning, paladin. He was like, good morning, me. Good morning, Warmy. Short for warrior mage. And like a Fenray Reaver walked in the room, and he just looked at it and exploded. And I was like, thank you, paladin. He's like, no problem. And he walked out of the room, and I was like free able to loot it. But I mean, they were nice. But I was like, I mean, he didn't just look at it. He actually, you know, I think he cast smite on it, which basically is like just a hammer, just, you know, and it just like, I was like, why did, he probably thought he was doing me a favor because I was like 10 levels lower than him, which is a big deal. In that game, like 10 levels can be, at least when I was playing, 10 levels could be about a year and a half of work. So, yeah. Like, I only had about 100, I think I just barely got myself into 200 ranks of primary magic. 200 ranks of primary magic. Did I have more than that? Well, because I had to gain 4 per level, and I'd got up to level 35. So 4, 5, 20, 12, 140 is what I absolutely needed. So I had more than that. No, I need, whatever. The calculations for what I needed to level were really strange. But I had well over 200. And, like I said, that was over many, many years of playing. I did take a break for a while. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. I'm not going to digress into Dragon Realms. I could spend a whole video talking about that. The game's still around. I'm putting a link below in case y'all are, like, I understand that if you're going to spend money on a game for a monthly thing, you might as well play WoW because it's visual. A lot of people play it. But if you're just not really into playing WoW, hipster, and you still want to pay for a game that's actually pretty good, there's Dragon Realms. It's text, but whatever. I will catch you guys tomorrow. I have physical therapy early in the morning, so I'm probably going to be recording Trek Tuesday today. I'd say give me suggestions, but by the time this video gets edited and uploaded and I start recording Trek Tuesday, the comments are going to be null and void. Anyways, I will catch you guys. I mean, you can always give suggestions for like the next week. I mean, good Lord, it's the 30th. Anyways, I'll chat with you guys tomorrow for Trek Tuesday. I will, bye-bye. Like, this is Bridgeport Village, which is, as anybody who watches this regularly understands, it'll strip the color from a man. And it's so white, with like the Croc Superstore right next to Lane Bryant.